Hello and welcome to Psych Talk with Thea, where everyday human behavior is explored and discussed in a real way. Today I will be discussing selecting a mate, dating and courting. But before we get into the meat of the matter, let's look at the difference between dating and courting. Dating is scheduling a time and a date and a place to meet with someone who you consider to be interesting or attractive, and the person probably feels the same way about you, or maybe the person just is curious to know if you are the right fit for them. But courting is getting to know the person on a much deeper level with a view to marriage. Dating might not necessarily lead to marriage. And with the whole COVID-19 situation, dating and courting might be practiced a little differently than before, but the principles remain the same. But did you know though that back in the day, way back in the day, in the olden days, courting was practiced, and it largely depends, and even today largely depends on the culture and gender. So one persons in one country might not practice courting and dating the same way in which another country practices dating and courting. But courting, two people might choose each other depending on a lot of different factors, and might turn down another person because of other different factors. And Grunland in 1984 has built quite a few theories on how persons select each other for as a mate. And a few of these theories I am going to discuss with you, not all of them, but just a few of them. The role theory. Now, Grunland suggests that in the courting stage, people tend to agree largely with almost everything each other do or say, and this can be misconstrued as compatibility. So what he's saying is that in the initial stage of courting, when everything is fine and dandy and everybody is just each other, they're just loving each other, they are agreeing with each other on a lot of different topics and issues and levels, and they misconstrue this as being compatible, but really and truly it's just the newness, the novelty of it. And then he says there's the value theory, where it states that a young man or woman selects a particular person based on similar value systems. So what are values? It is what we use to measure morals, what is good, what is bad, what is beautiful, what is fair, what is honest. And so they might choose each other based on the fact that they have similar value systems, how they were socialized in similar manner. And then you have the exchange theory. And Grunland posits that each person brings the same amount to the table. So for example, an educated university level man will marry a rich woman, or a university level woman, or a nurse might marry a police officer might marry a doctor, because they bring the same value to the table. But this is all, of course, according to Grunland's theory. And then he says there's a complementary needs theory, where a person selects others whose needs complement their own based on maximum gratification. What does this mean? Someone who is controlling will select a person who needs someone to make decisions for them. So the person will also select someone who downplays and trivialize their achievements. So, for example, one person in the relationship might downplay the other person. One person might do something really well, and the other person might look at them and say, anyone can do that, so they downplay the other person. No, he says that the stimulus role theory is one of which where the young person selects someone after going through a series of stages. Right? So the first stage is that the stimulus is a stimulus stage where the persons are attracted to each other's physically and socially. And then the person might go through another stage, which is a value comparison stage, where they compare each other's value in the relationship. For example, they compare each other's qualification and their morals and how they are raised and what their childhood was like. And then, according to Grunland, you have the third stage, which is the role stage. And this comes in when they believe they share similar values and then select each other. And then there is a view to marriage. So I hope this helps to explain the processes of selecting a mate, dating, and courting. Stay tuned for other videos. And if you like this video, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel.